Yo, what's up, y'all? Ladies and gentlemen, Hip Hop Mike here, live from Studio Square Recordings. I got a special guest in the building that just dropped a project. He been grinding, he got visuals on the way, all that. I'm gonna let him tell you more about himself. How's Gotti is in the building, y'all.
Hey, host Gotti, host Captain, you know, we coming, baby, you know, we playing, baby.
I gotta ask on just off rip because I'm gonna be distracted this whole interview. You got 130.
Yeah.
What's that about? Tatted, if y'all can't see, it's on the side.
Yeah, right here. That's my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
January 30th?
Yeah.
What sign is that?
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Alright. Good shit. What do people need to know about Aquarius
Probably like well, overthinkers.
Okay.
Emotionless. For me, I don't know, like emotionless. Like to themselves, like secretive kind of.
Got you. Everything that people is catching in his music right now.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta ask off rip because I mean you can hear it in the music, but if you miss it in the music, I guess you see it on the side of the face. My man been working, bro. You been doing some shit.
Yeah, bro. Just dropped a tape. Long overdue. This is like 2 years worth of music, 13 songs, and like it's well thought out. Every song on the tape is like a song when I first did it. Everybody was like, "Yo, this is the one." So it's full of knockers, like just real shit, like.
It's an extensive project. I mean, that's the first thing I thought because a lot of people they drop their first project or EP, it'd be like 7 records. You got almost double that on the project.
Yeah, 13. And it's like, cause these are songs that like had to get out. Like it's like if they didn't get out now, it probably would have never came out because like I'm making so much more new music. Like this like had to get out. This is like an alley-oop for like the new shit that's coming. Like we got like 2 tapes in the stash. Like
It's working.
Yeah, like working every day. I record myself. So
Yeah.
I just wake up and record every day. If I'm not doing like an interview or marketing, sometimes I take some time out the day to market and shit, but most of the time I just be recording.
So I mean, let's take it back a little bit. Where does this start for you? Because clearly you've been working on music for some time, especially if you marketing yourself, if you recording yourself.
Yeah.
That don't happen overnight.
Yeah, I started rapping from when I was young. Like I always been like a rapper. Like even when I wasn't doing that, like I played basketball majority of like my life, but I always rapped on the side. Like I was always the nigga like rapping on the bus, battling in school. Fucking my uncle used to rap because he had the studio, so that's how I always learned how to record. I would record at his house, learn how to record myself, making songs from when I was little, like making songs by myself, listening to myself all the time. And then like I just took it serious. After school, I dropped out of school and just took it serious. Like I made one song, Be a Boss. It was like one of my first songs that I made in the studio, like taking it serious, like I'm about to rap, and it just went crazy.
What was it about rap that you think you gravitated to? Was it just that your family had been doing it and you like, did you look up to your uncle or something, or was it more that you kind of seen
My mother say I get it from her. She said she used to put the headphone on her stomach when I was
early.
in her stomach, cause she loves music. Like she loves music, like African music. She's into all types of music, like. So she say I get it from her. But my uncle, he used to rap too though, and he used to take it serious. Like he was the ones that was like outside, like 50 Cent's office, knowing what time he comes out, knowing like I seen so much people because of him, because he was like trying to get his shit on. Like he got songs with, like Akon and shit like that.
Crazy.
And he always outside. Like I used to go with him trying to sneak into Def Jam, speak to Jay-Z.
Crazy.
40/40 Club, waiting for Jay-Z. I seen 50 Cent coming out of his office because he was waiting for him. Like mad shit.
Was that always like the thought? Like, I mean, because a lot of people they get into music and they thinking like, all right, I'm gonna just put out some records and go at it that way. Is that what really motivated you to start like educating yourself on things outside of just being like a lyricist?
It's more like I just wanted to figure out how to do. Like once I knew that I was gonna do this, like anything I do, I always wanted to be the real thing. Like when I played basketball, I had to go D1. And if I wasn't going D1, I wasn't going. If I'm not going to NBA overseas, I'm not playing. Like, So then, like, so with rap, like, I had to be the real thing. If I was gonna really stop basketball, I had to be the real thing. So I had to figure out, like, how do you really do this?
Yeah.
Like, I see niggas, like, I'm smart. I pay attention to everything. So, like I see niggas, like, try to spend all their money on looking like rappers, going to the club. And this is, like, before, like, people was really onto the internet. Like, everybody still thought you had to go to the club and shit, but nobody from the club, like, goes on your SoundCloud.
Yeah.
The club and go home and listen to you. So, like, I knew that wasn't the way. So, like, I would see people spend money on, like, just looking like rappers when, like, I'm trying to get them to invest in me, like...
like, for real.
Yeah, like, I had, like, a publicist that I'm on Instagram looking at who's the publicist that people is working with, seeing who they are, emailing them. Like, yo, this is what I gotta do. They're gonna get me on this. They was marketing NBA Youngboy, like, before he blew up Digital Trap Stars, 740 Project. And, like, I had his contact email me. He told me, like, this is raw. He about to charge me, like, it was a lot, but, like, we could have did it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I watch people spend that same money trying to look like it instead of trying to really do it. So that's why, like, before I dropped my project, I only had, like, 4 songs out since, like, 2017. Like, because, like, I felt like the songs I was dropping was quality enough to, like, get me a fan base the real way instead of, like, just dropping songs and nobody's hearing it and stuff.
Yeah.
So I, like, just had to build myself up. Just trying to be the real thing, bro. Like, really trying to figure it out. Really studying, like, why is this working for him? Like, who is he using? Like, really, what's fake? What's not fake? Who you got to spend money with? Who you don't? So a lot of people ain't really fuck with me because they felt like I thought, like, I knew it all. But I'm really studying this shit, though. Like, I'm really studying this shit, watching people doing it the wrong way, like, and I just always want to do it the right way. I mean, I know it's no right way, but I wanted to do it the way I felt like I'm really studying that I know it's going to work.
I mean, I tell you, though, like, because it's interesting. There is a right way. It's just sometimes when you're so analytical, it takes a long time to realize that it's, like, it's more internal. Like, they say, I watched a video one time, this dude was like, we don't, everybody looks up to God for answers, but we don't know which way is up. We on a ball that's spinning through the solar system. We be looking down. So the only directions we know is in and out. And I think, because I'm the same way. I always looked outside. I'm like, okay, I see why this is working for that person, why this is working for that person. And if you're trying to be a manager, that's, like, the best way to be. But if you're trying to be an artist, it's, like, not until you fully, like, look within yourself and see how you want to get it, because it's going to be way different than how NBA gets it or anyone else. But it seems like you did that with this project now. Like, the project you finally got in your bag and was like, instead of just giving them quality records, I'm going to give them a little bit of everything that I do and really a body of work.
I think the guys for that,
Alright.
they, like, forcing, like, yo, bro, you had, like, every day, like, bro, we have to drop the tape, we have to drop the tape, we have to drop the tape, got the tape ready. If it wasn't for them, like, this shit probably still wouldn't be out because I want everything to be so perfect. But just...
I mean, it's good. That's what you got team for.
Plan, like, yeah, like, okay.
Why were you hesitant? Like, I mean, you say you want everything to be perfect, but was it, like...
It's because, like, the songs is so good to me, like, that's why. And it's like, the most thing that I really want out of this before anything is, like I want people to be like, yo, you heard that shit? Like, yo, that's my favorite rapper. Yo, that nigga's nice. Like, that shit is fire. Like, so I want people to hear the shit. I know niggas not gonna listen to it if it don't got that many views on it. Like, I really know, like, all this. Like, and I keep it real. Like, I know nobody's gonna listen to it if it don't got the social proof. I know nobody's not gonna look at it. Like, so I just wanted to keep putting out songs, figuring out, like, using each song as a trial, like, and just, alright, boom, we did it with this song. Alright, so now we know we gotta do this before we release it. We're gonna do this with the playlist and this with that, and then the next song we tweaking shit, we add into that, until now we know with the project exactly what to do.
Yeah,
and a lot of it is getting the funding too to do the things like the professional way. Like, we want real videos, real publicists. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really trying to invest the real way. So we have to get the money up to, you know, really do the shit like the real way. No low quality shit. Like, everything is real, like, presentable from day one.
I wanna go back a little bit, rewind. With the first single, because you say you dropped single 2017, you've been working on music longer than that.
Yeah.
What got your courage up, or what made you confident enough to go with that first one in 2017 and even try out more of like the industry label? Was it just like, I need to put this on Spotify, or people been asking for it? What triggered you actually blossoming into an entertainer?
Alright, so I did Be a Boss, and I put it on SoundCloud, and then like a lot of people was listening to it, cause I already been like popular like before this, like just popular person, like know a lot of people. So when I dropped that shit, people, and then people knew like I always was rapping too. Like many people have told me while I was playing basketball, like, yo, you gonna be a rapper. Like,
they've been waiting on it.
Yeah, like you gonna be a rapper. I used to hate that shit though, like. Yeah. I really wanted to play basketball, so people say that. I used to be like, nah. I think it was like, you gonna be a rapper, bro. You gonna be a rapper since day one. So when I dropped it, I was getting a lot of good feedback from everybody. And then I got like my uncle, he had a manager that he used to fuck with named June from Atlanta, and he's like really like in the industry, like friends with everybody. And he heard the song, and then he was like, yo, your nephew shit is fire, like, and I wanna manage him, fly him down to Atlanta. And then that's when it really was like, oh shit, alright.
So you went to Atlanta?
Yeah, like he flew me down to Atlanta.
That's crazy.
For like 3 months.
A lot of people don't do that. Like off the first record, more times than not, people is projects and projects in looking for management. Yeah. What was it like going down to Atlanta? Like, cause I feel like now you probably gotta feel like, all right, we actually moving like an artist moves.
Yeah. But it was easier for me cause I already lived in Atlanta like for like 8 years.
Okay.
I moved back to New York from Atlanta in like 9th grade. I was in Atlanta from like 5th grade to like 9th grade. Then I came back to New York.
That's wild.
Yeah, 10th grade, and I came back to New York.
Was it
so
different?
Going down there, nah.
Like, I mean, to approach music wise, like, cause I know Atlanta is. Like, people say they come more together. The studio is a little different. Was it like?
But when I was out there, I wasn't like in the music shit. Like,
okay,
we was
you just
doing
living
a
out
whole
there.
bunch of other shit. But we was doing music, but it wasn't like the focal point. Like,
got you.
One of my mans, like from my crew, like my real man, it's my brother's brother. Like my best friend is like my brother from Atlanta. It's his brother. Then Black, you know Black with the 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like we from like the same crew.
Got
like
you.
I was the rapper before I left. Before him, like word, and then when I left, they stuck with that shit. I came back to New York, like got in trouble and shit. They stuck with that shit, just kept doing music. So when I go down, like my mother still live down there now.
Okay.
So when I go down there, it's not like oh wow, but that time I was down there specifically for music. Like my mother was coming to see me in the city, like at the hotel and shit. So yeah, that shit was crazy. And he was like a person, and he does like everybody's merch and shit. So I was in like QC Studios, met the Migos, like face to face, dabbing them. I was in the studio with Lil Yachty. I didn't even know who he was. I'm really watching him make a song. Like, I didn't even know who he was at the time. Calling my little cousin back at the crib. He like, yo, you with Lil Yachty? I didn't even know. Yeah, I was playing Be a Boss for QCP. Like, I got footage of all this shit. Playing Be a Boss for QCP. Coach K. Fucking Leo Cohan walked in and then like he had to stop listening to my song because Leo Cohan walked in. Seeing him, I got him on video, talking to him.
This is wild.
Yeah.
So you done seen a lot of different elements in that trip.
Yeah. That's why I always knew, like, nah, like, they don't do this. Like, shit that people be doing and shit, like, they don't do that. That's why I always wanted to move the right way.
So why come back and 2 singles later now doing a project? Because you came back and clearly you started working on records and you say 2 years of work is coming out with this project, but why only do 1 single a year?
Because... First of all, like, I got caught up, like, in, like, trying to get the money at the same time. Because we had fell out. That's why I came back to New York. Like, me and the manager had fell out. And I fell out, but, like, stuff happened in his personal life, and he, like really wasn't focused on it.
He disconnected.
Yeah, so I started doing my own thing. I had to remix. What really happened was I got the remix with Rich the Kid, and something happened with him, and I'm eager to drop the shit.
Yeah.
And, like, he telling me not to drop it. It's, like, 3 months now I have the song. And I'm like, yo, like, I'm waiting for something else. Like, people seeing me in Atlanta. Like,
I know the vibes. Rich the Kid owed me a plaque and a Rolex. No cap. I swear to God. You know you do, too, Rich. I know you watching it. You definitely do.
Like we did the song. We was in the studio. We was out here. We did the song out here too at Platinum Sound.
Yeah.
Mr. Kid. And him and my manager was like cool. Like
he cool with everybody.
Yeah. He basically got mad because I dropped the song after he said not to.
What was his reason to not drop it? Was he just caught up with all this other shit?
Yeah, he was doing his own thing with Billy talking and shit. I'm like,
I mean, listen, you go through it. Like, a lot of artists, they gotta have experiences like that to learn from, and it's important. But I feel for you, because I definitely know what it's like dealing with Rich. Even though I love him, my man's scrambled. So, I mean, you have this remix, so you put the remix out, did it get a reaction, or it was just like you had held off so much that it didn't get the same impact?
It didn't get the same impact that I wanted, and then I could have did a video with him on my own time too, because like he had did a show out here in New York, and I had went to the show.
What show was it?
It was like a show in like Amityville, Long Island. He ain't even perform like too, like he
wild.
Came and he left.
Okay. I
don't know what happened with that, but like I still got in touch with his manager and shit. And we could have did the video
Grants?
at his next show. No, there's this dude named Too Official from Atlanta.
Got you.
Too Official. And yeah, he was like, we could do it. And then in PA, he was doing the PA that same night. We could do it on the bus and shit. I could have went, but I ain't feel like going. I don't know. So
I feel you. I mean, be like
niggas
that.
be having me to force to do shit like with like shit like
you in Aquarius.
Yeah, like, and then he wasn't like we ain't had the best vibe in the studio anyway. Like we just like did the song like.
So I mean, after that, so then that's the second single, or that's
the remix to my first song.
The remix, and then so then you drop another single, but and this whole time you still working on other stuff, but the focus.
Yeah, I'm doing music the whole time. The focus is just how to get this to the masses. So that sometimes slows me up. Like I'd sit in the crib for a week straight looking at YouTube videos, watching shit, studying shit, like not doing nothing but that. And by the next thing you know, a month go by, I'm still studying shit. Trying to figure out how to do it the right way at the same time, trying to stack up the bread to do it, to really fuck with digital trap stars fucking 5,000 a month and shit like that.
It's crazy.
To get it to the next level. Like, so that shit like stagnated me. Like,
did you ever get to the point where you was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just throw shit out? I mean, I guess maybe not.
At that point now.
Got you. That's, I mean, I think that's the point you have to get to. Like, you know, at a certain time, it's just like, all right, we're spending money, we trying to be very strategic, but it's just like you making shit. Because I'm guessing you say you was working on this project 2 years. That means that this whole time you just putting great music away and just trying to figure it out, that to get to this point now, to dig through. I mean, how many records you got?
In the stash? Or?
Yeah, just in general. You probably got hundreds of records. You recording yourself, I'd imagine.
Hundreds of records. I got at least 20 records that we know, like, it's like the ones, like, they the ones.
Alright.
Like, all of them is the ones, but we got, like, some that's, like...
A solid handful.
Yes. Like,
2 handful.
Sure. Like, even this project, it wasn't even like I was working on a project. Like, yo, I'm about to do these songs and work on a project. Like, it's just a bunch of songs that we always, like, you know how many track lists we went through? Like, we don't have... Because I can't pick. I have no idea what songs I want to use. I mean, I know what songs, but I have no ideas what song not to use. So
yeah, plus you studying, you wrapping your head around mad shit.
Yeah, so, and then I see one song doing a certain number, and I'm, like, confused, like, damn, should I do this song? And I wasn't, like, doing melodies, and then this song I was. Do they want more the table, more of that, or this? It's just mad shit, bro.
Madness. So, I mean, when do you get to the point where you're like, all right, we need to go through these and actually make a project? Because you have a lot of work. I mean, was that...
bro.
When? Well, when did they get on that point? When did y'all get like, frustrated with him to the point where you're like, y'all need to fucking... This shit...
Right away. That's when I kept listening to the same songs in my notes over and over again.
Yeah, songs is getting old.
Was there a point where y'all got through? Like, was it 2 months ago, 3 months ago?
Nah, it took like 5 months to really get him to want to drop a project. I keep dropping single.
Damn, and y'all listening to voice notes for 5 months.
All the time, like.
Damn.
Nah, they listen to the real songs, the MP3s and shit.
Yeah, that's just off their phone.
Yeah, like, and shit.
We can't let nobody else hear it.
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing.
So, I mean, what was it that you think? Was it just the timing that y'all got through? How long did it really take? It said 5 months to convince them.
It really got to a point where it came to too much music.
Okay.
Like, too much music.
And then we
on,
started sitting on the videos.
it's
That
sexy.
was it.
Oh, you
We
said-
started sitting on videos and music.
Yeah.
Damn. So you had them frustrated as hell. What was it that finally got through? Was it like a moment? Did they just get annoying after a while, or was it like you got annoyed because? I mean, you can never study enough. Like, you could watch YouTube videos and get prepared all day.
It's like,
you gotta jump out the plane, like, at a certain point. You check your parachute enough times.
it's a few things that got to me, like, cause it's like a few things. Like, I'll go somewhere and somebody be like, and somebody will play my music and it just be like the shit that I got out, and then, but they have no idea like what all the other songs that we be listening to that we got and shit. They have no idea. Like, they just going off of this. They have no idea. And I be getting confused, like, forgetting, like, that they have no idea. Like, I be feeling like everybody's supposed to know.
Yeah, because you know.
Yeah.
You just got in your head too much.
Yeah, so that's why I always felt like, that was my problem. I always felt like those songs was good enough. Like, those 4 songs that I put out, I feel like they was good enough to get me a fan base. And then also I felt comfortable, like, with the amount of people I know was going to listen to the tape now.
Yeah.
Like, my following got big, like, really big in Russia. Like, I already know, like, mad people is going in Russia. Shout out to Russia, Moscow,
Yeah, Russia.
all that.
So you got a fan base. It just wasn't the fan base you had wanted or the massive, like.
Nah, it's just that it got bigger.
Well,
like,
you know these are 100,000 stream songs and they get 40,000 streams.
Yeah, but.
No, if you do 10, 40,000 stream songs though, that's like.
Yeah, and I never looked at it like that either. I'm always looking at that one song. Like,
Just want the
I'm always
record.
trying to get one song to 1 million. Like, my problem was like, damn, yo, let's drop it. Like, let's drop this shit now. I'm like, damn, let's wait till Diddy get to 50,000 first. Or let's wait till it get to 100,000, then we drop it. So then we'll be stuck on getting that shit to that. Because everything we do is organic, too.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't doing no bots, stuff like that. Like,
It's a series of small wins though, bro. It's like that's the thing I feel like you probably learned after all that is like it's really a series of small wins that add up to a big one.
that's my problem. Like, I don't realize small wins. Like, I don't
Y'all
have
look
no
at 'em.
patience. Like, that's my problem.
Yeah,
like,
but-
I don't realize small wins. Like, it's stuff that we be doing that people will tell us, like, yo, I see y'all, like, y'all doing this. Yo, you got this much streams, or you got this much numbers. And I'll be looking at it like it's not, like, good enough. But that's because I know it's not, though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
it's working though because I mean that's the thing. You got to shout out to your moms, but she should have told you slow and steady wins the race.
yeah.
That's important. She was just
She don't
making-
got no patience neither. she be wanting. She wants something done now. Like,
Nah, alright. So now we getting to the bottom of this. So I mean
79,000 streams from the project.
yeah, and it's just dropped. It just dropped.
Friday.
Crazy. And that's just Spotify.
Now, I was happy about that.
I mean, well, clearly, again, it's working. So you say you got a fan base in Russia now?
Yeah.
So what are you working on now to build off of what you have? Because I think that's the biggest lesson in all of this is to focus on these small wins and start stringing them together to be the one big one,
Yeah,
you know,
now,
sooner
so
than
now
later.
I'm tapping into the analytics, seeing, like, where I'm being streamed at, like, Russia. So I'm seeing, like, what their culture is like, the people that listen to my type of music, like, all the playlists I'm being saved in from people in Russia. I'm seeing, like, what other rappers are they listening to, what other songs are they listening to that I'm in the playlist with. I'm looking at their videos. I'm starting to realize that people know this. I don't know if they know it or the label, but I'm starting to realize that people know they know how to collab. They know, like, the aesthetics to use to like penetrate that audience to the most. Alright, and I'm starting to do that now. I'm starting to cater to my audience. Like, I have an audience to cater to now. This is what I wanted now. So, like, now I can move a little bit more freely. Like, I can post a picture. It's going to get enough likes and comments without me having to do nothing. I could drop a video. It's going to get good organic views without me having to do nothing. So now I feel more comfortable because now I know people are going to actually listen to it. Nobody's going to look over it now, like, without even giving it a chance.
They tuned in.
Yeah, so now I got people tuned in. And I'm just catering to them now. I'm talking to them every day on Instagram, reposting them, showing their messages, like how they be writing me voice notes.
You getting close.
Yeah, I feel it. Like, producers. My email is full from producers.
And you still recording like new records? Cause it sounds like you got enough to just keep dropping project after project.
I got so many projects right now. It's like this one had to come out now, or else we're never gonna put it out.
Got you.
Cause we not even listening to that no more.
You already on the next.
Yeah, like.
So I mean, moving forward, I seen you got the video. The video's dropping soon. What's ultimately, I guess, are you gonna start working on the next project? You gonna go back to doing singles? Do you have an approach?
Like,
or?
Yeah, we're gonna.
So it's really soon. This just dropped like 5 days ago.
Yeah, we really strategic. Like we know like how to warm them up and then hit them, warm them up. Like as soon as it starts dropping, warm them up again, hit them. That's why we sitting on videos and we drop previews. Like so we know like. We got like a whole rollout plan now. That's why it's so much more easier. Like, so like we starting to package shit together like merch. Right now we trying to get the bag now. Like, we feel like we got enough people that we could convert into some type of sales.
Well, I mean, 79K streams.
Yeah,
you got
that's
a bag
what I'm
coming.
Like I feel like I could sell like 300, 400 shirts or something like right now.
Well,
just by me, just by the people that
I'm
I'm interacting with on the gram alone, like just from hitting me up and stuff like that.
Like shit, I mean, run it up, bro. It seems like you got everything in order, and it's like you've been working a long time for it. So I mean, with the project just dropping, it's still fresh. How can people support that? And I mean, when do you have an idea of when you want to drop this video yet?
The video's coming out tonight.
Oh shit! So by the time y'all see this, it's gonna be out. Alright, so how do they support you? Where can people find you at?
All platforms: Apple, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, Amazon,
everywhere.
Audio Mac, Horse Gotti, HOSSGOTTR. Same thing on Instagram, same thing on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram.
My man's got a lot to come, yo. Make sure y'all check it for Horse Gotti. This shit, you got a crazy story, bro. I'm excited to watch this shit blossom because it seemed like it's finally time.
Shout out my boy Cookies too, man.
Oh, my man.
These shits is crazy. I've been following these on before the interview.
Y'all know I be snapping with the cookies. I've been working these cookies. It's 2 years worth of recipes built up with these cookies. Now
I even tapped in with you like 2017. Like, remember you telling me like on the gram because I be watching, I be knowing who's the people. I be knowing. I'll show you.
I be talking to so many fucking people. It'd be hard to keep up.
I got your number. You don't even know. You probably just text me back like, yo.
I probably got a new number.
I'm on it. I'm telling you.
Well, you know what? I tell people all the time too, because I think that's the other thing. When I was at Hot 97, so many people would hit me up, and like I couldn't wrap my head around it. And people would see me in person, and I would be like, oh shit, like, you know, I would connect. And I always like connecting with people better in person. Like, I'm somebody that I'd rather have like one real conversation than like a bunch of interactions. Like people is like ask me networking questions. I feel like I've never networked in my life. Like I really just, whatever the universe bring around, once it's in front of me and I can have conversation with people, then it's like for life, you know?
You see, like when you told me Zoom or in person, I said in person.
I mean the Zoom too. I'll be on. If I Zoom with you, you definitely I'm gonna remember you. But it's like I hate it because people always tell me, they be like, yo, I think I got this record, I got this, and I'm like, well, tell me more. Like, you know, you could have a record, but it's like, or you have a regular job that you paid for sessions to record this, Like, I'd rather talk cookies and pizza with somebody than just talk music, because every conversation is music.
Had no cookies if we would have did the Zoom call.
That's true. Y'all definitely wouldn't have got the cookies if it wasn't for
saw you
Zoom.
eating them.
Well, yo, listen, we gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna let them eat these cookies. Y'all gotta stream the project right now. It's out. The video is out too. You already know. Horse Gotti, y'all. My man's going crazy with a lot more to come.
It's a fact.
My brother, thank you.
Thank you, bro.